Ladies and gentlemen, Khawatino Hazrat, welcome back to the number one mixed martial arts show in Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is a returning hero. आज का गेस्ट वो बंदा है जिसको हमने ऑन द माइक में वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट फ्यू इंटरव्यूज में फीचर किया था here on this channel. One of the first interviews जो हमने आज तक on the mic में किया था was with Shahzaib Rindh. And even then, he was a phenom. He was somebody who was tearing through the Pakistani local scene. But now, ladies and gentlemen, he is the king of karate. He is the king of standing combat. He is the man who has now touched down in Miami. He has entered the goat shed. He has entered the promised land. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is competing for the biggest combat league in terms of striking in the world. That is Karate Combat. He just fought at Karate Combat 8. Ladies and gentlemen, last month he beat Gabo Diaz decisively, gave him an ass whooping, and now, less than literally a month later, he is coming back. Karate Combat 39 in Miami now to take on Tommy Azuz. Like I said, Shahzaib bhai, I mean, what an amazing turn of events. I mean, क्या आपकी journey रही अभी तक in terms of combat sports, in terms of, you know, fighting in Quetta for the regional scene, और हमने last podcast में यही discuss किया था. We talked about what kind of a journey it had been for you, how tough it had been leading up to everything. And now, of course, you know, you're sitting so matlab brilliantly in this situation right now, getting to fight for Karate Combat. What has the last year or so been like for you? I mean, kaisa raha ye sab kuch, and how would you describe it for the people listening?
Brother, last few years were very tough for me. I said, like after my one fight, I was like everything was like going around me was bad, and I was very in bad situation. So it was very tough for me, and I was like, I knew like I will be like one day I will be one champion, but I thought like it's like I can't do it more. Sometimes I was thinking like I have to quit the game because there was no opportunities, no sort of support from everywhere. Because I was like one national champion like 10 times, like a lot of international achievements, and I was like unbeaten in Pakistan. Still, I didn't get any other opportunities or anything, and I fought in one championship as well, 2 3 times. But I was like, what's happening with me? I was very not happy with me. Like everything was very bad, and suddenly I met with godfathers of martial arts industry, God Shed, and my manager Laura. I met them, and then they give me hope. They in the beginning they told me like we will make you a star. So I was very happy with them. They are like amazing people, and they brought me here. They give me like opportunity. Like I was waiting for a long time.
I mean, it is so amazing to see everything that's happening with Goat Shed in terms of what they're doing, like Asim Zaidi, right? And like you said, your manager Laura, these are the people behind Goat Shed. Asim Zaidi, Pakistani descent, right? He's trained under one of the Gracies. I'm so sorry, I don't remember which one, but
He's the
yeah,
student of yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then he is the guy who is right now training fighters who are competing in the UFC, who are competing in promotions like Game Bread Fighting. Very recently, one of his guys won there, and you fighters like you are competing in promotions like Karate Combat. But more than that, what she said to you, we're gonna make you a star. They're really good at promoting their fighters. I would say maybe one of the not one of probably the best gym I've seen on planet Earth that can promote fighters, right? Like, how's that experience been like for you, being in front of camera and being around, such amazing promoters?
Yeah, it's amazing. Asim Zaidi, my coach, he's like also world champion, and he trained like a lot of people, with legends of sports MMA. He was like child. He started training in childhood. He know everything in this sport. He's like very experienced. So I met Laura. She like said me in the beginning. She said like, I'm gonna make you star. So she believed in me and she brought me here. It was a long journey, and we had like 1 year. We were in talks, and we were making arrangements for my visa. And for Pakistani people, it's very tough to get a visa. So she did a lot of hard work, and she finally got my visa. And coming here, it was like very tough. Everything is like here. Everything is like change here. Your environment, your everything. You have like problems with eating. And when I came here after few 1 month, Ramadan started, so it was very tough for me. I was like doing Ramadan and training like 6 hours, 7 hours a day. So it was very good. In the beginning, it was very bad experience for me, but I was learning a lot of things. So Alhamdulillah, I thought myself like I can do it. So I did it. And fighting in karate combat is a like very big organization. In America, it's very big organization, and the people and the team is behind the karate combat. They are very good, and they are like so organized. Everything is like from fight week to till fight and post fight. Everything is so organized, and they're like amazing amazing,
Yeah.
organization. And it's my style. I love to like strike. Striking is like my best thing. So I always wanted to organization like this to compete in. So finally, I got that. Like, inshallah, I will be a champion one day.
I mean, I already see it happening, man. The performance you put on, and now such a quick turnaround. I'm gonna ask you about that in just a minute. How you're feeling after that fight, and how confident are you turning around? Literally, I think a month and 9 days, if I'm not wrong, from your last fight. But I mean, coming into karate combat, it is a match made in heaven. Just naap keh rahe ho ki, like, it's perfect for your style. It is perfect for what kind of fighter you are, and it is really one of those really good new promotions that have come out in combat sports, because they really know how to put together a fight feeling. Like, there's promotions who can do good fights, and then there's promotions who can do a big fight feeling. Like, when you're watching karate combat, you can see, like, the way it's structured, the way it's set up, it feels like a real big fight, no matter who's fighting. And in your case,
It's like you are fighting in digital world. Everything is
yeah,
like so organized, so digital. Like everything is
literally,
so
it looks
perfect.
high definition. The color schemes are brilliant. Like, I just love watching that promotion because it's so fun to watch. And now, I mean, Shahzaib bhai, we said this on the mic many years ago, or of course when we would watch your fights, we could tell as well. And just being in Pakistan, we would follow the regional circuit, and we would see that you are absolutely beating everyone decisively by a margin, right? We knew you were the next big thing to go into combat sports. Lekin hamesha and always the fear would be that, like many other people in wushu and kickboxing, your career might go to waste, literally. और मैं इसको किसी अच्छे तरीके से नहीं बोल सकता. That's what happens to all of the great wushu fighters, the great kickboxers. How good does it feel
Yeah,
that your story did not end up like that, that you are now in a place where you can
yeah.
really express your art for what you can do?
Yeah, like if a lot of people in Balochistan, they have a lot of talent, a lot of good fighters. Like they are very good. Like they are good than me, but they didn't get the chance, opportunity. There are lack of opportunities, and life gets waste, fighting in same like in Pakistan, they fight for their whole life, and they have like nothing. They are fighting their whole life, and they gets nothing. In the end, they become like rickshaw drivers or something, like security guards. So I feel very lucky, and I'm very happy. Allah, Alhamdulillah, Allah give me the way, I can put hard work and get the success from it. So I'm very happy, and I'm very lucky to be here.
Shahzaib bhai, I mean, we were talking about how much potential there is in Pakistan, but again, आपकी story is one of those which अब हम देख रहे हैं आपको. अभी मेरे ख्याल से अब अपने प्राइम में भी नहीं आए, और आप ऑलरेडी इतनी अमेजिंग परफॉर्मेंसेस देना शुरू कर दिए हैं आपने. Tell me about the Gabor Diaz fight, the one that you just had in Karate Combat 38. What was the mindset like heading into the fight? कोई nervousness थी fight के बारे में? I mean, of course, it's a big fight. It's your first fight in the US. What was your mindset like heading into that fight?
Yeah, it was like a very big fight. It was my first time in fighting in America. In karate combat, it's a different experience for me. Karate combat, you have pit there, like it's different. Like ring, it's very different from ring and from cage. Like if you go back, they push you like you are not flat on your, like you are like unbalanced. So you like it's very different experience. But I was very confident for that fight, and my plan was to take all the rounds, like go to the 9 rounds, so I can experience more in the for my next fights. So I will be prepared for my next fights. So it went very well, and he was running in all over the fight. He didn't want to fight me. He
She's a
always
runner. She's a track star.
yeah,
She was running. Yeah.
yeah, he was running all over the places. No, nobody, like, he jumped over from like pit, all the way up, then go back, like, it was amazing experience. I really love it.
And I mean, of course, you got to feel out the pit in the 9 rounds. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to get a feel of the place. What did you pick up in terms of, like, is it more suitable for your style? Is there some things you have to adjust for your style accordingly to for the pit? Like, do you feel comfortable in there?
Yeah, I felt very comfortable in that. Like, I was thinking like it will be very difficult for me because I had other fighters. They were training with me. Like, he comes and spar with me. So he told me, like, it's very different experience there. You have to be like, people are karate style. They move around, like, and he was like scared me a little bit. I thought like it will be very difficult for me, like, but when I step inside the pit, I was very relaxed, very calm and very like confident. And it was like I thought like it's for me, it's made for me. Like, this style is made for me. So I was very confident. Yeah.
It really felt like that as well, seeing you fight. I mean, you were so comfortable, so slick in there. You literally chased him around that place and put on such a dominant performance in your debut. I mean, sorry for asking this, but how old are you, Shazil?
24.
You're
Uh,
24 years of
yeah.
age.
Now I'm 25. Yeah.
You're 25 years of age, right? And you, after everything that you've gone through, just like we talked in the last podcast, training in the dry terrain of Quetta, no bags, no mats, right?
Nothing.
Training on the floor, having no gloves, having absolutely very, very, diminished capacity.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
Balochistan is like backward area. There are like no gyms, like nothing is there. Like I was training, like I started at the age of 8 years, So I started a long time. Like my all life, I'm 25 years, like my all life is in this sport. Like, after 7, 6, you become a little bit mature, things. So I started at that age, like sport is sport is everything for me. Like, I started and I had nothing, like, it was not my mind. I will make money or I become famous, or like, it was just like it was fun for me in that time. I was like training a lot, every day come and go, and I had no shoes, like, I'm running without shoes in the beginning. So like we had no tracks over there. So we were like running on the dust, sometimes in the mountains, like, I have worked a lot of put a lot of hard work, like since childhood. Then like fought a lot of events, like, amateur. I had a lot of amateur fights. In one championship, we fought like five fights in a day, like, in one championship. In one event, we fought like five times. Then there were like a lot of events, like, very good people, like, but we had like there was no money, and you had to eat by our own, and we were like waiting in the morning till night. Then at night our fight came, like, we were like waiting for all the day for our fight to come. So it was like that.
And now, I mean, you get to, like you said, compete at Karate Combat in Miami, Florida, in the United States of America. For a the Pakistani fighter, this is a very rare opportunity. Do you not feel, or did you not feel any kind of pressure heading into that first fight or heading into the second fight? And how do you deal with the pressure? Because, again, like we said, 25 years of age, getting such massive opportunities. How do you deal with the pressure of the situation?
Brother, I don't feel any pressure. Like I feel blessed, like, to be here, and I'm happy, and I think like this is my opportunity, and not for me, for everyone. Like, every Pakistani, like, uh, if I win there, like, I will make Pakistan name. Like, they say like Pakistani fighters are good. Once when I was not there, I was first Pakistani. Like, there is no fighter in karate combat from Pakistan, and I was first Pakistani. And so they if I fight bad, they think every Pakistani fighter is bad, like, So I have to fight like very good and like be confident, be like calm. So they know there are more Pakistani fighters, and in future, inshallah, maybe more fighters will come to Karate Combat and compete there.
For sure. And I think that's already started. Atif Khan, who was already in the US for a while, now
Yeah,
also entered the
he's with
GOAT
me.
shed.
Yeah,
Isn't that awesome? How good does
yeah.
that feel to see another one of your Pakistani brothers who's also struggled all these years, bouncing from place to place? Does that not feel awesome?
Yeah. It feels awesome. Like, I want every Pakistani to come here, like, train with me. Like, it will be like Pakistan, like, same cultures, and we can make like more, more like, good, So it's good to
Yeah.
have him.
And how do you feel like your training has it changed? Has it evolved since you've come to the US in terms of like, just your basic understanding of the game? And are you also training grappling, if you don't mind me asking? Because that is one thing, Joe, Hamisha, people think like, what if Shahzaib Rindh can learn grappling, then can you imagine what he would be like in MMA? Has that started?
Yeah. Since the day first I came here, I started like learning uh, ground game. Like I do like 8 in the morning. I do 1 hour like technique class with my coach. He's like super, like super good in that. And then we do like in a day I train like 7 hours. In 7 hours I do like 3 hours grappling classes. So every day we do wrestling, grappling, and I'm learning. And you can see me like after a few times I will be fighting in MMA as well.
Let's go!
Mashallah.
You heard it here first on the mic. Exclusive Shahzaib Rindh will be fighting MMA in the future. That is
Very
incredible news, man. Is I can't even grasp this news around my head because you and one other name, Abdullah Chandio, you guys are the two guys which I think the moment you and Hazik Chandio, the moment you guys can step over to the MMA world, oh my goodness, that is brilliant. And if you don't mind me asking about another very successful, very amazing striking fighter in Pakistan, what are your thoughts on Abdullah Chandio?
Yeah, Abdullah Chandio, he's very good. I have sparred with him. Like I trained when I was in Pakistan. Before my one championships, I go to Karachi, K7 Academy, train there. Like they are very good people. Abdullah Chandio, Rizwan Khan. Rizwan Khan is a very good coach. He trains his players very well. He has very good technique and he knows how to do it. And Abdullah Chandio is like superstar, coming superstar of Pakistan. Azik Chandio, everyone is like in K7 Academy. They are very good and they are like becoming next superstars.
That is so beautiful to hear, and I agree with you. I mean, it is so good to see them fight as well. You and Abdullah are two guys who, I keep telling people like, abhi inse dosti kar lo, like get to be their friends right now because I really see them going very far, and you guys are already proving that. Let's move to your next fight. Very short notice, very quick turnaround. You fought at Karate Combat 39, 38. Now you're fighting at Karate Combat 39. It's also in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
It's May 20th, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to tune in, Karate Combat is very viewer friendly. If you're in Pakistan, especially, you can watch that shit. Don't even worry about it because go check out Karate Combat. Uh, why the quick turnaround? What prompted you to say that, all right, I'm just going to take this fight in short notice?
Brother, I'm here for fight. I want to fight every day. I told them like, if you give me fight next day, I will fight. So I'm here for fight, and I'm very like crazy. Like I'm like so excited. I want to fight in there every fight. I'm trying to get another fight in June as well. If I win this, so it's for me like every day I want to fight. I just want to fight. I'm here for fight, so I don't want to waste my time and then like just fight.
You're already asking for a fight in June, regardless of the
Yeah.
result.
Yeah. I want to fight, I'm here. I just want to fight, nothing else.
And how are you feeling physically after the Gabo Diaz fight? Like you said, you went all 9 rounds.
Yeah. No, 3 rounds. 3 rounds,
Pardon me. Yeah.
9. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
9 minutes. Sorry, not 9 rounds. That would be a lot. Like, yeah.
okay, 3 minutes. So here in the gym, we do spar every day. Like MMA sparring 5 minutes or 3 rounds. Sometimes we do like 4 rounds, 5 rounds. So we spar in the gym all the time. So why not in the cage? So in the pit. So it makes sense. Like we are training, like I'm here all the day in the gym. I train, like I sleep in the gym, I train, eat, and repeat. So fighting is good, it gives you motivation, and like, you are focused. If you don't have a fight date, then you can't be focused. If you have the fight date, then you will be focused, and you will, like, train hard every day, like, don't want to miss your classes. So
And you don't feel any fatigue right now, no injuries, nothing like that. You're fresh to go.
it's like, America is different, brother. There are a lot of people, there are, everything is different here. Like, you have massage,
Oh,
recovery sessions, like everything is like very good here. In Pakistan, we didn't knew anything, There was like, training was like, old type of training, That training here is very different. Everything is here different. So yeah, I feel fatigue, but it's good.
it's
Yeah.
almost like rewarding fatigue. It's not bad fatigue.
You feel good when you are like, your muscles are stiff. I'm right now, I'm like super sore,
Yeah,
but I feel good. I feel good. I did spar today, yesterday, like every day I'm sparring in the cage,
yeah,
to so to be like, uh, train hard, to be well trained in fight,
yeah.
So you can't get back out from fight. You have to train, you have to give everything in training, then you can compete in fight very good.
Absolutely brilliant. And I mean, right now, like we talked about 38, now you're competing at 39. It's a quick turnaround. What do you know about your opponent, Tommy Azuz? Are you one of those fighters who really wants to like study their opponent, or are you one of those fighters who says, dekhi jayegi, like we'll see in the pit? Like, what's your mindset like?
Brother, I think like, in the pit, you will understand your fighter like in 5 seconds. You just spend five seconds there. You understand everything from him. So I think I don't need to watch the fight. His fights, like, it makes no sense. So I have to go to the pit. Then I can, in the 5 seconds, I will, judge him how he fights. Then we'll see.
And what's the goal in this fight? I mean, in the last fight, like you said, the goal was to spend all 9 minutes, all 3 rounds, get a feel of the pit, get used to it, introduce yourself properly. You know what I mean? What is the goal this time with Tommy Azuz?
Yeah, for this time, my goal is to knock him out. Show him the real power of Pakistan. So my goal is to knock him out in the second round, or maybe in the first round. We'll see how it goes.
You'll know after the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. In the 5 seconds, I will know him very well. Then I will push him, like, I will push him like till the death.
Let's go. And so, in terms of approaching this fight, in terms of going into it, like you said, you're now looking for that highlight reel knockout. I can tell that you are really getting comfortable in the role of being a superstar, so to speak, and being somebody who wants to generate interest around their fight. That face off that you had with Gabo Diaz, that shove, really like that. You are starting to come out of your shell, so to speak, and very comfortable in the limelight. uh, is this genuine? Do you actually feel like you should get in your opponent's head, or is this something which you feel like you should do to kind of promote the fight? How do you take this, because it is a completely different thing now in Quetta, in Pakistan. Nobody here promotes the fights. Nobody here really tries to generate that interest. कोई आपस में even behind the scenes discussion करके नहीं करता, because they don't want to. But in the US, it's a completely different market.
Yeah, US is a complete different market. If you have to, if you want to be successful, and like, you want more fights, you have to promote yourself, and you promote your fight. Everyone wants to, they want drama. They don't want like just stay like quiet and don't speak nothing. In Pakistan, it's like different mindset. Here you have to be like, show your fight, sell your fight, then you can make money. Otherwise you will not like make money, and you will be staying like whole time there, like, you are not selling your fight. So what makes sense? Every organization wants, some like people watch them, they get interest. Like my last fight, I generated like 26 million or something like this, million views.
Yeah,
Like every video, before my fight, I had a sparring in cage. I knocked the guy out, and it gets like 20, a lot of million views, like 10
yeah,
millions, 9 millions, something like that.
yeah,
And after that, the face off goes viral. My face off, like,
yeah,
pre-fight conference, it went viral. and like weight got viral, fight got viral, everything was like viral, you have to make it, like, that's why I get this fight like very soon. So they want me to fight more, like, if you sell and you show them like you are helping them, helping their organization, so they can, they want you to fight more, and they want you to be their star. And in my fight, there were like a lot of Pakistani people living in Miami. They were all over the place, and they were cheering for me. Like, if it was a like great experience, you see, like it felt like I am in fighting in the home. So when I step in the pit, inside the stadium, everyone was like cheering my name, taking Pakistani flags. I didn't thought like it's in Miami. I thought it's like Quetta, Pakistan. Felt very good, and it gave me a lot of like a lot of power, a lot of
Yeah.
energy. Yeah.
And I was on Instagram a week out from your fight, or maybe 2 weeks out, and this video shows up on my homepage, right? And my suggested of somebody kicking somebody in the gut and the other person going and throwing up because of that. And then they bring the camera back and it's you. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's our boy. That's Shahzaib Rindh. And I see the views and I'm like, that is absolutely massive, right? And it was so, and then 3 other people had sent me that. And I was like, I know that guy. Isn't that crazy? Like, I've interviewed him. So you are, becoming a star. And I'll take another exclusive off of you, right? What is your message, or what would you like to say to Tommy Azouz from France, your opponent coming up for the fight? What is your message to the man?
Brother, I tell him like, brother, get yourself like, doctor with yourself. After fight, you don't walk, you cannot walk, you cannot walk. So it's better to get doctor with you as well, so he can, take care of you after fight.
Keep a corner man, keep a cut man, and keep a doctor,
Yeah,
because you ain't gonna
every
walk afterwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Shahzaib, I'm so excited for this fight. I'm so excited for everything that's coming up in your life as well, just in general, because, like you said, this is a long haul kind of thing. Um, you get done with this fight, you're asking for another fight in June. This is absolutely brilliant. Uh, Again, we started with this question, but I kind of want to go back to it because it's just so brilliant. What a story, right? And what a journey it's been. When you look back at that journey, when you look back at everything that you've overcome, all of the hard work, all of our hard work that you've put in, all of the hours that you've put in, all of the blood, sweat, literal tears that you've put into training. How amazing does it feel now to, looking back at that? What do you think
Yeah.
when you look back at that?
Yeah, it looks like it feels amazing. Like, you think about that, like all the back, you are doing everything for nothing, like, and I like it's like for me, I think like I'm nothing, like, my mom, she prayed a lot for me, like, and Allah Pak, He has given me the chance because of my mother, because my mother, she prays a lot for me. She when there was a Khabib fight, she was like sitting on the TV, and she was playing like, my son, I will see you one day, like you will be the next Khabib. So this thing, like, it gives you like a lot of, energy, hope, and because of this, I'm here today. I didn't think about that, like I will be one day fighting in America or living in America. So it was a very, like, dream for me. I didn't thought about this dream, like, it's like very big dream for me. I was thinking about Thailand, or like, some places like that, to go there and like, fight. But like I told you, like, it's mother prayers are very important, like, it make your life change, it change you.
For sure. And
Yeah.
Shahzaib, I would like to lock you in right now for an interview after your next fight, and then for an interview after your fight after that, and then you fight after that. I would absolutely love that because you know
Inshallah, brother.
because by the way, also one more thing. Do you notice this is a different set? We just painted it green. It didn't used to be green before. You're the first
Yeah.
interview that I'm ever doing on our new set. By the way, we
Oh,
just got
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
First ever. You were the first ever
Thank you,
person.
bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Nice,
and
nice.
bro, you are the man. You are an
Thank
absolute legend. We are all praying for you here in Pakistan. Everyone watching on the mic will be praying for you to win this fight. what message would you want to give in closing to the Pakistani combat sports community, to all of the people, beautiful people watching on the mic? What would you want to say?
Yeah, I will give them message like be consistent, like train hard and train smart, like and promote your fights and be consistent. Everything will come. Like if you put hard work, it will give you back. You will not like it's not like you can't get back anything. You will get it back, but everything has a time. Like every like your time. Like if you don't, if you will not get it before your time. You will get it your time. When your time comes, you will get it. So that's my message.
That is beautiful, my friend. Best of luck for the fight. We'll be praying. We'll be watching on the mic. We'll be covering that like crazy. There's an article link in the bio for Friday Times, which he wrote based off of this podcast. Make sure you check that out as well. Shahzaib's profile is in the link in bio. If you aren't following him, first of all, why aren't you following him? Second of all, go follow him. Make sure you check out his Instagram. Support his journey because this man is going all the way to the top. Do check out GoatShed, Awesome.MMA. These guys are doing incredible work, and I hope to have him on the podcast as well because I think it's time the Pakistani MMA community knows what Asim Zaidi is doing for the Pakistani MMA community. He's already started. He's already going to keep doing it. Shahzaib bhai, once again, thank you so much for the time. I really, really appreciate you, and I really hope I get to talk to you after this next fight.
Thank you so much, brother, for having me.
My pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Daniel Nasir Mirza. This has been Shahzaib King Rindh, and we're heading out. Make sure you stay tuned to On the Mic. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And please, from me to you, there's the camera. I was looking the wrong way. There's the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, from me to you, keep it tight, and we'll talk to you next time.